next, we have Fern Sidman from the Jewish Voice.
Thank you so much for organizing this roundtable. I hope you and your family are well. Just wanted to ask you, in terms of Governor Cuomo's announcement concerning the red zone in Brooklyn, it's received a lot of publicity. It's now that zone is considered yellow or orange. I know that former Councilman Chaim Deutsch had been sending out emails asking people in the community to get tested so that we can prove the infection rates are going down, therefore have the restrictions lifted. Can you speak to that issue and tell the people in the former red zone what kind of restrictions will be lifted? Will their children be able to go back to school? Will businesses, both non-essential and essential, be open for business? And will life resume at least semi-normally in that area?
Yeah, I will. Fern, thank you. Such an important question. And look, I'll give you the overview. Obviously, the specific guidance from the state of New York is what's the definitive answer, but the basic answer is this. We've seen tremendous progress. We just heard, today, more progress. As the communities come out of red, obviously red is the thing we wanted to avoid the most, where the greatest restrictions existed, including the greatest restrictions on businesses and houses of worship. So now those restrictions are starting to be relaxed. You can have more people in a house of worship, for example. Obviously, in terms of schools, red and orange come with schools being closed, but the state did put forward a policy last week for how individual schools could reopen by going through additional steps. But much more importantly, to the core of your question, Fern, I want to thank everyone in the community who did so much to overcome the crisis we had in the last few weeks. I saw so many community leaders who stood up and provided great leadership, community organizations, synagogues, yeshivas, so many that did so much good work to inform the community, to encourage testing, to distribute masks. We saw a great uptick in testing. That's been crucial. A lot more mask wearing. That's been tremendously helpful. And so now every one of the communities that had been in red has either gone to orange or yellow. That's fantastic progress, and we want to get to the next stage where they're either all yellow or out of yellow into green. And it proves it can be done. But what we're going to have to be careful about, not only in Brooklyn, but in the whole city, is not letting down our guard now. People learned a lot the last few weeks about the importance of mask wearing, social distancing, and testing. Now we have to keep that up. We have to keep that momentum because the disease is bearing down on us citywide now. And so what I'm hoping, Fern, is that the new approach that people have taken will be consistent until the coronavirus is defeated altogether. But the good news is certainly increasingly stores are going to be able to reopen, schools are going to be able to reopen, still a little more work to do in a few areas, but we can see we're absolutely moving in the right direction when all of that can get back and people can get back to work, kids can get back to school. So long as we hold the line now citywide, now the venue becomes citywide, protecting against a bigger crisis that would lead to much bigger restrictions. That's what we all have to fight against now.